Hello students, in third video lecture of unit second, that is structure of atom, you will be study towards Rutherford's atomic model, including alpha particle scattering experiment and the drawback of Rutherford's atomic model. So first of all, alpha particle scattering experiment. Ernest Rutherford and his co-workers carried out a series of experiments using alpha particles. Alpha particles means helium. In this figure, Rutherford took a fluorescent tube. This is the fluorescent tube that is made up of zinc sulfide. Its property is to whenever any particle strike to it, it gives flash, that is give glow. At the central part of the fluorescent tube, he took foil of metal, basically gold foil, and he bombarded alpha particle on the gold foil. So maximum alpha particles were penetrate the gold foil and gave flash on the fluorescent tube without change in its angle. Few particles deviated from their path and gave flash on the fluorescent tube. But very few particles, that is alpha particles, strike with the central part of the gold foil and come back in same direction with 180-degree angle or more than 90-degree angle. Following observations were made on the basis of alpha particle experiment. First one is, most of alpha particles, that is nearly 99%, went straight without suffering any deflection. A few of them got deflected through a small angle. A very few, that is about 1 in 20,000, did not pass through the foil at all but suffered large deflections, that is more than 90-degree, or even came back in more or less the direction from which they had come, that is deflected, deflection of 180-degree. This structure indicating the alpha particle scattering experiment with respect to the angle of the alpha particles. Conclusion of alpha particles are alpha particles scattering experiment are, most of the alpha particles went straight through the metal foil undeflected, which indicate that there must be a very large empty space within the atom, or the atom is extraordinarily hollow, that is vacant. A few of alpha particles were deflected from their original path through moderate angles. It was concluded that whole of, that is complete of the positive charge is concentrated and the space occupied by the positive charge is very small in the atom. When alpha particles come closer to this point, they suffer a force of repulsion and deviate from their path. So in short, we can say that the central part of the atom is hard, therefore a few particles deflected from their original path. The positively charged heavy mass which occupy only a small volume in an atom is known as nucleus. It is supposed to be present at the center of the atom. Since a very few of the alpha particles suffered strong deflections or even returned on their path, indicating that the nucleus is very hard, that is very rigid, and alpha particles recoil due to direct collision with the heavy positively charged mass. On the basis of conclusion, Rutherford gave the model of the nucleus, that is known as nuclear atomic model. According to this model, an atom consists of a highly positively charged nucleus where whole, that is complete of mass of the atom is concentrated. The magnitude of positive charge on the nucleus is different for different atoms. Means different atom have the different number of positive charge, that is proton in the nucleus. The volume of nucleus is very small and is only a minute fraction of the total volume of the atom. Nucleus has a diameter of the order of 10 to the power minus 12 to the 10 to the power minus 13 centimeter, and the diameter of atom have its order of 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. Therefore, diameter, that is size of atom, is 1 lakh times the diameter of nucleus. To find out this value, we may take the diameter of atom upon diameter of nucleus. Since the diameter of atom is 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter and the diameter of nucleus is 10 to the power minus 13 centimeter, therefore on solving it will be 10 to the power 5, that is 1 lakh. There is an empty space around the nucleus known as extranuclear part. In this part, electrons are found to be present. The number of electrons in an atom is always equal to the number of protons present in the nucleus. As the nucleus part of the atom is responsible for mass of atom, the extranuclear part is responsible for its volume. The volume of atom is about 10 to the power 15 times the volume of the nucleus. Means the volume of atom is 10 power 15 times more as compared to the volume of nucleus. To find out this value, we may take the ratio of volume of atom to the volume of nucleus, that is volume of the atom upon volume of the nucleus. So the volume of atom will be cube of the 10 power minus 8 and volume of the nucleus will be cube of 10 power minus 13. So on solving it will be 10 to the power 15. 10 to the power 15. Electron revolve around the nucleus in closed orbit, that is closed shell, that is closed path with high speed. The centrifugal force means the force from nucleus to the circumference acting on the revolving electron is being counterbalanced by the force of attraction between electron and nucleus. Force of attraction between electron and nucleus means force of attraction between electron and proton, because electron have the negative charge and proton present in nucleus have positive charge, therefore attraction take place. This model was similar to solar system, the nucleus representing the sun and revolving electrons as planet. The electrons are therefore generally referred to planetary electrons. Dissimilarity between nuclear atomic model and solar system. Point first is the sun and planet are very big bodies and uncharged, whereas the nucleus and electrons are very small object and carrying charge on them. Nucleus consists positive charge and electron consists negative charge. The revolution of planet in the solar system is governed by gravitational force, but the revolution of electron around the nucleus is governed by electrostatic force. In the solar system, there is only one planet on one path, that is on particular orbit. But in the nuclear atomic model, more than one electrons may rotate in any particular orbit, that is in any particular cell. Now drawback of Rutherford's nuclear model. According to the classical electromagnetic theory, when a charged particle moves under the influence of attractive force, it loses energy continuously in the form of electromagnetic radiation. Therefore, when the electron, that is neutrally charged particle, move in an attractive field that is created by proton present in the nucleus, it must emit radiation. As a result of this, the electron should lose energy at every turn and move closer and closer to the nucleus, following a spiral path. The spiral paths are given here. When the electron revolve around the nucleus, since the force of attraction take place between electron and proton, therefore due to the electromagnetic radiation, electron lose its energy. Ultimately, electron come closer to the nucleus and have the spiral path. The ultimate result will be that it will fall into the nucleus, thereby making the atom unstable. Puhers made conclusions and pointed out that an atom would collapse in 10 power minus 8 seconds. Since the atom is quite stable, it means the electron do not fall into the nucleus. Thereby, this model does not explain the stability of the atom. So, in other words, we can say that according to the Rutherford's nuclear model, due to loss of energy of electron and force of attraction take place between nucleus, that is proton and electron, a time will come that electron will come electron will drop in the nucleus and existence of the atom will be not take place. But reality is that an atom is quite stable. It means that electron do not fall into the nucleus. Thereby, this model does not explain the stability of atom. Means Rutherford's model was unable to explain the stability of an atom. If the electrons lose energy continuously, the observed spectrum should be continuous, but actual observed spectrum consists of well-defined lines of definite frequency, which indicate the loss of energy by the electron is not continuous in an atom. Thank you.